Hello everyone, it's 10 Types here, and today I'm joined by budgetptcg, and we're continuing with our draft of the various sets in Standard. We all chose our sets already. You can see what set my cards are from, and budgetptcg will obviously give away their set once we get into the game, and pretty much we have to make decks exclusively from one set, and we have a bunch of different sets we chose. This video will just be us playing with these two decks, and you'll see what how the games go and how the interesting interactions are between the different sets. So I'm gonna go and challenge you now. I'm interested in seeing what deck you're gonna bring to the table here, but I like my deck. It's a little weird. I'm a little nervous. It might not set up super well, but I think it's kind of neat. So.
All right, so I am going with the deck that I have the least confidence in. I figure that's if it goes badly, I only have uphill. Should only improve from here.
Yeah, that's.
So I win the coin, and I won the coin toss, so I am the better player.
Of course you are. So I am also somewhat nervous in my deck. But I don't think my deck's horrible, at least. So I think it has some potential, which is good. But you'll see my set in a minute. Okay.
Right.
Oh, this is good. Okay, so.
This is not. I am weak to you, so that is bad.
Nah, I'm sure it'll be fine. Yeah, I got Battle Styles here playing Rapid Strike Urshifu, which is obviously hit Eternus for weakness. You are using Darkness Ablaze, right?
Yep, Darkness Ablaze, Eternatus. So I am weak to you, which is not. I'm not happy to see. And the trainers are pretty weak. That's my big concern for this deck.
Yeah, definitely. But you do have Crobat, and you have. Do you have Piers, I believe?
That's an option for this, yes, and for obviously it obviously has synergy for Dark, so it would make sense that I'm playing it. But I certainly am not going to reveal that before any time would come. Let's 1, 2, 3, 4, and well. Do I play? All right. Do I play a card? Can you? I don't think you can. Timers are set here.
Oh yeah.
All right.
That should be okay though.
Right.
Just don't take too long.
Yeah, I'm trying to decide whether I should.
But then, yeah, obviously you do have the Crobat engine, which is very solid. Obviously crucial to Eternus right now, but no.
Yeah.
You don't have like powerful draw supporters and stuff like that.
Right. I mean, yeah. Piers is, and I have limited Pokemon draw options for sure.
I got some okay supporters. I'd say my best one's probably Karina's Focus. But I have some decent options overall, I'd say. I'm wondering exactly how I should go about this. I predict I'm not going to get KO'd this turn, but I suppose there's a possibility of that happening. So I'll just go in with a Strafe here. And I'm pretty sure you can't disrupt my hand. You don't have anything like Marnie, and I don't believe you have Judge either, right? So hopefully my hand's safe here.
Yeah, that's probably a good bet that your hand's safe here. What do I want to do?
Yeah, I'm nervous that you might have the KO, but at the same time, I don't think you do.
I don't know if I could. That's a good question. No, don't play that card. So,
Yep, you do have the Pierce, just like I thought. So, and that's really great with combination with Crobat, as you're getting here, because like it's a draw supporter type card.
Yeah, I probably, I don't know. I'm playing stupid so far.
Nah, I'm sure it's fine. Oh, you have this. Okay, the Glaring Slowbro V, which poisons if it's inactive, and the Hiding Dark Energy. So that's
right. So I have the potential to swing him in and out. So,
oh, and you do have the attack this turn. It looks like. Luckily, I think my hand's decent to respond to this, but if you take the KO here, I'm not in an amazing position, I don't think.
Yeah, I'm not going to get the KO, so I could have played that turn better.
Okay.
I got to say.
So that's good for me. I guess I'm going to go in. Definitely going to drop this Tower of Waters. So now I can get the KO here. With weakness, I get the KO, so that's really good. And I'll play down this Phoebe, I guess. Probably not going to help. I know you have the Sword and Shield set, so you can use Zamazenta V to wall off Urshifu VMAX, which I was a bit nervous about, but it looks like you're not doing that, and I go up by 3 prizes, which is really good here.
Yeah, this game is not looking good. I mean, poison you because there's no reason not to do that. I don't think.
Yeah.
I will evolve. I am not in a great position though.
Yeah, and
I will.
It's really nice that I can have the free retreat as well with Tower Waters. And that means I can escape Yellhorn as well, which is nice.
That's true. You have free retreat, so it's not very effective. But
yeah, I see you're powering up the bench. Eternatus. Oh, and Kabu. Oh yeah, you have that supporter, which is probably not the best in combination with Eternatus because you want to have the complete opposite goal.
Because I'm not. It doesn't want to have one card to play, and I'll pass with that. So.
Okay.
Not really effective.
So I definitely want to retreat here. Yeah, you might have like a Bird Keeper to switch out, but I'll just go and assume you don't have that. If you do, I guess you can take down this Rapid Strike Urshifu, but I guess I'll just attach energy and end my turn with Camping Gear here. Pretty
Camping Gear.
Fun
all
card.
right.
I don't think the card's that bad. It can at least allow me to like get my engine up and going, so that's really nice. Camping Gear, if you don't know, it's an item card. You search your deck for any card, then your turn ends. But in a slower format like this, where it's a bit jankier, getting set up is super important, and Camping Gear seems surprisingly powerful, actually.
Yeah, with limited hand disruption, it's a nice option.
And now, Familiar Bell, I guess, that's probably one of your only Pokemon search options. You also have Piers, which is really nice, but you got the Eternatus off of that. But you probably rather have a Crobat. You may have one in your hand, but I'm gonna assume not.
Well,
you have Piers, so you have access to Crobat.
Yeah, so but this is not gonna set up well for me.
Yeah. And you are powering up that Eternatus, which makes sense.
Yeah, you might just knock him out for game.
Yeah, that is certainly a possibility at some point.
I bumped the stadium, so perhaps you can't. And I say, you go do that. Yeah.
But Rose Tower's an interesting option as well. That obviously helps you draw cards if you have a low hand size, but you don't have cards like Ultra Ball or Quick Ball to thin down your hand, and Crobat just gonna be growing your hand. But
right, overall. And for this, and it is a counter stadium with twofold. It helps bump your stadium, and for Eternatus, I don't believe there is. I don't think you can play at any stadiums that are going to crush me with Eternatus, but it is nice to have something to bump.
Yeah, if I had something like Pass to the Peak or Collapse Stadium, that would obviously be bad for you. I didn't draft those sets, but if I happened to, then obviously that would have been unfortunate. I'm just going to go and grab this card. Obviously, taking this turn pretty slow without the ability to go and retreat, which I probably would have done. I do have the 3 NG on the Urshifu, though. Not something you see in Standard, really. Fighting Energy, honestly, rarely makes an appearance in Urshifu decks now. But
do here?
Yeah. Another Piers.
Yeah. If I attack with Eternatus, I lose the game.
That is... Well, not necessarily.
I guess you don't have... All right, do that. What do I want to do? Do I want to? All right, I'll just make my play and attack.
Interesting
And
thing to note is that if you had actually left your Glenn Slowbro V into active, I would have
yeah,
won the game because I could have KO'd that as well as the Hoopa.
the Hoopa. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I wasn't thinking I shouldn't have benched the Hoopa.
But
It's a cheap pride. Yeah, that's right. With your rapid flow.
yeah, I got my Golbat though, which is pretty fun. So I can see some more cards, which is really nice. I'll go Octillery. Want to just be drawing as many cards as I can. I don't mind using this card though. I do play Fan of Waves to disrupt you some as well, which is pretty nice. Yeah. Kind of Rose Tower for 1, which is fine. I suppose I'll grab this as well. Obviously, Rose Tower didn't really help me there, but drawing some extra cards is always nice. And Golbat again. And here, I guess I'll G-Max Rapid Flow. I mean, it's not really a bad option, so I'm happy with the position I'm in. I probably do have game next turn, which is really nice. I wonder if there's anything you can do about it, but
yeah,
I'm
I don't think I can do anything not to lose. Well, I guess I could potentially stall your winning, but that would be about it.
I guess I don't have game. I was thinking I could rapid flow the Eternatus for game, but there are plays you can do, so I won't necessarily be able to make that play.
Yeah, maybe that was a mistake. Should I have done something differently there? I'm not going to play that.
Obviously, if you want to like go and attack with something else this turn, that would have mattered. But you can't really attack with a 2-prizer. You could attack with another Hoopa if you played it, but you also can't really retreat here either. So
no, I mean I could have attached the energy retreat, but I don't think. I'll have to see if I survive to another turn and then decide my options.
Well, no, I have game because I have the Octillery. Actually, I top deck Tower of Waters, but I can just retreat.
Yeah, so you have.
Yeah, I can retreat game with 100 Fierce Blows. Obviously, weakness being very good in this matchup. And you don't have any weakness coverage because you are playing Eternatus, which is only Dark-type Pokemon. But luckily, it's a best of 3, so we can run that back. Do you want to go?
Let's do it without timers this time.
Yeah, I changed that. But do you want to go?
I'd like to go. I'll go first.
Okay, yeah. I mean, that makes sense.
I think. Yeah, we both want to evolve, so.
Yeah, and I can like play Camping Gear turn 1, which is pretty funny and pretty powerful. And neither of us have a ton of supporters. I have supporters that aren't particularly strong, like Phoebe, which is almost completely useless in this matchup. So pretty much my main supporter is Karina's.
Right, which is a good card, but it's not the best supporter. But it's certainly good for what you have.
Yeah, Karina's does have anti-synergy with something like the Crobat Golbat line, because then you're growing your hand size, which isn't really something you want to do with Karina's. But then at the same time, it's not bad. You want to have as much draw as you can. So, and you're going first this game. I'll go get the Urshifu in the active. And I wonder what you're starting with, but Urshifu is nice because you can use Strafe to get out of active, which is pretty nice.
Right, and in that way, especially if you want to swing in the following turn after you evolve him, that's a plus to have.
Yeah, definitely.
I will hatch, and I will pass.
Okay, so not the best top deck there. I guess I'll play the Phoebe to thin my hand. I'm a bit nervous if you can KO my Urshifu here. You need a total of 8 Pokemon in play, though. So, I believe that, yeah, 8 Pokemon. So, probably not. I'll go and assume that. So I'll go in with a strafe here, but then I guess I'll leave my guy in the active because I don't really want to lose my run rate. That's my whole engine, and losing that would be pretty horrible. So I'm happy in this position I'm in. I actually did have a camping gear I could have played, but camping gear is I don't know. The damage is good for setting up the one shot on or the 2-shot on a Turner's VMAX. But
All right, so now I have to decide. I guess I just got to go hard to try to get the knockout. I think that's my best hope in this matchup. So I'm gonna throw down a couple Hoopas, trying to get to that magic 8.
Yeah, and if you get the KO here, it's pretty bad for me. So, but I think you won't have it. Certainly possible.
I'll probably come up short, but I have a shot.
You got the VMAX, so you need 2 more Pokemon here.
I have 1 more, and then what do I do? I think I have to. All right. Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Oh wow, Kabu time. Certainly,
I come up short.
Oh, just a little.
Yeah.
No, it's certainly in a bad spot here, though. You still can probably get the KO next turn. Maybe not, but certainly a shot of that. But obviously coming up 10 short. A bit annoying. If you had something like Galarian Zigzagoon, you definitely could have had it, but you don't have that. So
I benched the Hoopas, so they're easy
rapid
targets on the bench for you. But it was worth it. I was 1 away from getting the knockout, which would have put me in a good much better position.
Yeah. So I'm in a little bit of an awkward position here. It's going to be hard for me to get the KO. Got an Octillery for something. I guess I'm going to get... I could get a Karinas to draw some more cards. I don't mind that. I'll VMAX. And I'll also Escape Rope. You do play Hiding Energy, which is pretty scary, but hopefully you're not able to hit the Hiding Energy, so you can't go back into your returners. I suppose something like Crobat does have a 1 retreat cost. You can attack with Hoopa, or kind of leave that guy to just stay there.
Right. I could just leave him to get knocked out if that's what I'm forced into. Well, of course, you could just pick off my bench, too, over time, so that wouldn't be good.
Yeah, definitely. This is such a tricky spot to be in, but I'll play this as well. Second Escape Rope, I do play, I believe, 4 in my deck, because it has great synergy with Gale Thrust, being able to do that extra damage, which is really nice.
Yeah, Escape Rope's a nice card in general, and a very good card for your deck.
So I guess I'll go in with the Rapid Flow here. I'm going to soften up some things. I feel like Eternus is already softened up enough that I can just go in with the Gale Thrust. So I'll hit the Crobat and the Hoopa on the bench, hoping you don't have the Hiding Energy. You probably have it in the position you're in because you're setting up the Hoopa, but it's certainly a possibility you don't. So, or Bird Keeper as well. I think is Bird Keeper in Darkness Ablaze?
Yeah, yeah, that's an option for the deck.
Okay.
All right, what am I gonna do here? All right, well, start off with that. When in doubt, confuse. Don't have Hiding Dark in my hand or appears. I would have played that. It's not deal.
I wonder about with Assault Gate if you're allowed to use it, even if you haven't switched in and out, because then you can just get confused and damage yourself. I don't think you'd want to do that, but if you can attack, do no damage, even if you flip heads, but still take the damage if you flip tails, just kind of
Right, so I could
strange.
knock myself out if you're just smacking on my bench.
Yep. So I'm gonna go artillery for some more things. I feel like I'm in a pretty precarious position here, so hopefully I can escape that. Can get another energy down. I'll go for the camping gear to end the turn, which is pretty fun. So
Yeah, I mean that's kind of the nice thing with this format. You get to play some cards that you wouldn't play otherwise because they're just not quite good enough. But you know, get to play with some options. And for you, you have down an Eternatus, so that's what you need because if I manage to knock out your VMAX, you want to be able to attack with you counter with the VMAX next turn.
yeah, definitely. So but I have the funky engine of the artillery, which isn't that strange. But then I also have the weird crowbat engine, which is surprisingly fun, and it doesn't work super well because there's not a lot of ball search in my deck. I really just have level ball. But at the same time, in standard, it might like be a decent draw engine. It's seen play with the NDD deck, which is pretty fun. The NDD that does more damage for each card in your hand, and it can do really big damage when combined with the Crobat. So that's pretty fun.
All right, do I want to be more defensive or not here? Yeah. Actually, I know what you want to. I think that's my play. I think that's the smart play.
Yeah, probably.
We'll find out.
You're gonna go and KO my
Yeah, I was
Okay.
trying to set how I
Okay.
wanted to set up the bench, so I went for a Crobat. Could knock out my Eternatus and I lose my bench, which I would be unhappy, I guess. But then I could potentially scoop up some cards. So is that trade-off I take?
Yeah, I was kind of betting on the fact that you wouldn't be able to take out my Urshifu, but hopefully I'm in an at least okay spot, even though you're able to take it out. So
Right. To get you need to get two pieces. You need to evolve your VMAX and get your Rapid Strike energy. So when you can get one of those guaranteed with artillery, but can you get both? That's
even
that's
with
my question. I
with
think.
both of those, I don't get the one shot. I just come up. I'll come up a little short on killing the Turnus, I believe. I'll only hit 240. So
Okay.
I actually need to hit the switch and the VMAX. Then I can
Yeah,
get it.
you need to evolve and swing in for the 150 attack.
Yeah.
I think right, which then my bench is protected. So
Uh, unfortunately, I don't quite have that. I have an escape rope. But then you're gonna just send your turn just out of the way. So
I think I will do that. So I think I send up. Yes, I send up the Hoopa. So you
Yeah.
just take out a single prizer if that's what you do.
which is a bit annoying, but I can live with that. Hopefully you don't pull out something strange and I just die. But I think
Yeah.
there's nothing that can buff your damage in this. You have the Glance Slowbro V if you want, but that's it.
Right, to throw an extra 10 on. What do I have here? And yeah, I will do that.
Oh, but I'm actually in a pretty interesting spot here. I'll show you next turn. I think it should be okay. The Slowbro is a bit annoying, but I don't believe there's any way you can like do extra poison or extra damage, but it should be fine. And I'm assuming you have some way of pivoting either Bird Keeper or the Hiding Dark that you've put on it a couple of times.
Right. Yeah. All right. I'll Bird Keeper and see what I draw.
Yeah. Obviously now you can't Crobat, or you could Crobat, but not use its ability, I don't believe.
Right. It's probably not the most useful. This is a little awkward, isn't it? A little awkward. So I don't have another VMAX in hand, and the cards I drew were not the ideal cards for me to draw. But such is life, I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. Do 210. Yes. So I'll just smack into you. See what happens next.
Yeah, obviously I can't get this Urshifu KO'd or I lose. This should be okay. I'll go and play Cheryl to heal off that damage. That's my spicy tech of this deck. It's working pretty well, so I'm definitely enjoying that.
Yeah, that might that might really set you up very well here.
Yeah, I think I might actually have game, which is really nice. Not this turn though.
Right, I don't think you can't win this turn. I don't believe, but you'll with enough damage on my Eternatus, you can win next turn. I think.
Incidentally, if I KO'd your Eternatus this turn with the Gale Thrust, that would have been pretty bad because then you would be able to shrink your bench and remove that Crobat, which is that would like kind of remove part of my win condition because I'm on this awkward prize trade because I KO'd the Hoopas, but I think I'll be able to come back from that.
All right, so you attach and you win because you do 120 to 2, so you'd knock out my Eternatus with weakness and my Crobat for game. If I build up a full bench, I get to 9 to 270.
Yeah.
And I poison you, but that's not enough to win.
40 short, so
I think I need to get Eternatus on the bench. You can't knock them out on the bench. You could knock out a Crobat, but that won't win you the game. So what do I want to do here? Ooh, I don't have the... that stinks. That stinks. Stinks.
Uh-oh.
No, well, it stinks because I can't do it. All right, well, I'll throw that at you. Question is, I have to retreat here. All right, I'm going to throw.
Yes. The Pokemon Breeders and Nurturing.
Exactly, those cards that you don't normally play.
Yeah, I think it stopped playing Primal Flygon or something like that. I didn't even think it was good in that deck. No, I don't think it stopped playing Primal Flygon. I think Red and Blue stopped playing Primal Flygon, which was almost directly better than Pokemon Breeders Nurturing. It was one of the... I think it might have been the first card I got a playset of the full arts, though. But
was that a mistake? Was that a mistake? Yeah, maybe I made a mistake. That's all right. It's okay. It's all good.
I'm actually a bit nervous with this Yellhorn. It's pretty annoying to deal with. I can retreat out, but it's a little awkward as well.
Yeah, I'll just throw up. Well, let's throw him out there. That might have been a mistake, was it? Did I mess up? Did I lose the game with that move? Might have, huh? Maybe I did. All right.
Okay.
Oh, well.
Well, I can win the game if I flipped heads. But,
yeah. Maybe I should have thrown up the VMAX.
Yeah, if you're throwing up the VMAX, I wouldn't have been able to win.
Right, but
guess I'll start with, what do I need here? Okay, I should be able to win this still, I think. I think I'm still favored, which is nice. Certainly not, like, guaranteed to win or anything, but I should be in a pretty strong spot. Yeah, that's pretty nice. I could risk it and go for something, but if I go for confusion, I flip tails, I think I lose, which is pretty annoying.
Yeah, that would. Yeah, it would give me the potential, at least, depending what I have, to win the following turn.
Yeah. I guess I can play this stadium. Retreat into Crobat here. That is free retreat, which is actually nice. It's not gonna do anything else, but free retreat's pretty cool. I'll attach this here. I can play this, draw like an extra card here, which is a few cards, which is nice. And Rapid Strike Search, I guess. I do have this card, though, which is pretty nice. I have Fan of Waves, so I can remove one of your energies, which is pretty good. Could actually be very strong here. Because you can't really send up the other Eternatus to attack, and now you can't attack with either of the other two Eternatus, which is super nice.
No. So do that. Question is, how do I play this? I'll bump your stadium. It probably doesn't matter, but if the game goes on, it would matter. I attack with my damaged Eternatus. Boom. I lose.
Yep.
If I throw up, well, that's unfortunate. Highly unfortunate.
And you obviously need to get the Slowbro out of the active to, if you don't, you lose, but...
I know, so I guess I have to do this. I'm not loving that, though. But I'll grab Hiding Dark, and then what do I want to throw on the bench? Don't want a Pokemon. Yeah. I got it.
Okay.
Get him out. I don't think there's a reason not to evolve. I don't think I want to attack with a V, because at this point a V loses me the game.
Yeah.
I may lose the game anyway. Guess I build up the bench in case I get another turn, and yeah, don't play that card, and I pass.
Okay, so I'm in a pretty good spot here. Grab this. I can draw a card. Let's see. I'll just go for a Gale Thrust here. So I should be able to win on my next turn unless I mess something up, which I certainly could have, but I think so.
All right, so what can I do here? Have any options? I don't know that I do? Hmm.
You obviously need to get that guy. Well, I don't know. Really, there aren't any obvious options because you
No,
have
because
the
right, because you have the knockout next turn on the bench if I retreat out. Um, I yeah, I think well, all right. Is there anything I can do to improve things?
you need something like Path to the Peak or the Collapse Stadium so that you can shrink your own bench and discard your damaged Pokemon.
Yeah,
Try. I'm pretty sure you don't have
I
in that deck.
don't, and even if I played this other card, I haven't shown you one of my cards that I'm playing, but it doesn't work out,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
If you have to play it, if you
So
gotta play it, now's the time to show it. But
I cannot play it, unfortunately. I would if I could,
oh,
but I cannot. So I'm gonna concede here. Or do you want to take the knockout?
yeah. Give me the knockout. Give me the knockout.
All right. So all right, I will just throw down a Kabu then. Why not?
Yeah.
See what happens.
Maybe you'll hit something magical.
Exactly. The missing card that I needed. All right, might as well do the plays I got. So
But what's that? What's the other card that you couldn't play?
it is the what is it? Wait, is it
Or is it something that you like had to be knocked out last turn or something?
no, it's the rose
Ah,
to,
yes.
to draw, but I don't have any energy in the discard.
Oh wow, yeah.
That's the
Oh, you have the
one.
hiding.
Any basic. I don't have any basic in the discard. So
Yeah.
if you had knocked out my Eternatus VMAX before, I could have done that and then thrown the energy onto Eternatus.
Yeah. That would have been
And,
pretty scary, but luckily you didn't do that. So
Yeah, all right. It doesn't matter if I throw him down, and that's as much as I can do in a turn. That was all pointless, but
yep, I got Rapid Flow for a game here. Well, surprisingly close for the fact that I did have weakness there, though. But luckily I was able to win the first game, Battle Styles against Darkness Ablaze, with some interesting decks with some interesting cards thrown in there. And we'll have the remaining 2 best of 3s in an upcoming video, so stay tuned for that.